Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Bit of a short gap between this one, so I hope you're all appreciating that. I'm sure everybody's paid a lot of love to the last video. I know that collection log videos can be a little bit boring because they're not really exploring anything new, and I'm sure at the moment a lot of YouTube and stuff like that is very saturated with a lot of sailing content. It's not something that I've actually touched yet. Still level 1. Have not touched it. I was waiting for the Quest Helper plugin to be updated before I even touched the skill. It's just not something that I kind of had in my plan to do. But yeah, as pointed out in my last video, Tithe Farm. It was my kind of big, this is what I've been doing. It's not the most fun. And by the end, I would say I truly hated doing it. I kind of found a tile pack that did work for it, or imported some tile plugins because, again, I trying to find the best way to do it was very challenging. But yeah, this way kind of, I think it's the 25 fruit method, which again, you can kind of then just cycle through and hopefully get it all. I mean, most of the time a couple of them were dying, which is a little bit inconvenient because obviously then that kind of sets off your points, because obviously every 100 points you get your 30, or every 100 fruit you get your 30 points. So obviously then when you're a couple off every single time, that soon adds up, and then you have to do like an extra run or an extra couple of runs just to make it balance and get those points nice and even. So yeah, it was a little bit frustrating at times, but having the watering can, obviously I got in the last episode, made it a big difference. It wasn't something that I'd found hard after that, because obviously you're not managing the watering cans or anything like that. So I would highly recommend going for that first if something like this is something you want to green log. After a while, you do just get a bit numb to it. So yeah, just getting it done, cracking through it, and yeah, it's just something that once it was finished, you're never going to really pick it up again. That was the option that I had from before, where I was doing it to get the grapes, so I could do the wines of Zami. But I think going forward, if I did need wines of Zami that much, I would actually rather telegrab them in the wildy, uh, as bad as that is. Either that, or I would look at doing some PVM or something like that, where I would be able to then go and just get them as loot. So I know that there's obviously some you can get small amounts from basic Slayer creatures like Necreals, or go and killing bosses, just because it would be much better than doing this method. Obviously getting the 99 Herbal already, it's not something I need to do or something I need to worry about anytime soon, but if I wanted to help out sort of group members get secondaries, things like that, I think I'm just going to let them kind of stack up from PVM drops rather than trying to farm them. I have some blessings left over, so again, it's something that I could always do a little bit until my kind of blessings have ran out, and then that would be it. I'm not going to worry too much after that, because yeah, it's not something I want to return to. The pet rate from here is not that great, so it's not something that I'm going to continue just to get the pet. I'm going to continue trying to do my tree runs every now and again, and then eventually, once that once that XP's kind of got higher, that'll be something that I kind of focus on.
Collection log slot
Obviously, firstly,
completed.
unlocking that seed box, completely pointless. Never really see a use for taking that anywhere, because there's not enough things that drop enough
Collection
seeds
log slot
for me to make it
completed.
worth it. Not quite sure why I got the double collection log slot for the farmer's hat,
Collection log
because I have
slot
already bought it before for the
completed.
stash unit, so a bit strange that it did it as like a little pop-up again. I think it's the straw hat that you have to do. So yeah, it was a little bit
Collection log
strange that I got
slot
it again,
completed.
but not going to complain about hearing the little thing. I like doing it. I like getting the collection log slots. I know it's not for everybody,
Collection log
but
slot
I just think it's nice.
completed.
I like the little dopamine hit you get from it. But that is now another kind of mini game green logged for me. It's not something that I would push anybody to do, but yeah, I like pushing that up, trying to get as many green logs as possible. As you can see, starting to round these things out. Another longer term one for me would maybe be like MTA or something like that. Now that they've kind of buffed that a little bit, getting the points from there is not too bad. Getting the recolor for one of the infinity pieces in the last one isn't that bad either, so I could always go and get multiple versions of that just to fix that up. With the changes that were made to Wintertodt, as I kind of pointed out in the last episode when I was there with Sash getting her getting her 99, Wintertodd's point cap has gone. That's been the way it is for quite some time. So I kind of, with the regen bracelet and the hit points cape and all the warm clothing items, you don't die. So that's kind of what I've been doing as an AFK thing. So as you saw there, I got a 30-point game, a 30k point game, which, 65 rewards. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it is. I don't know. But it takes, I can kind of AFK, low effort, do Wintertodt for a couple hours at a time while I'm working or doing other things. So it's very, very AFK because I don't do any of the fletching or anything like that. I imagine with the fletching knife that would actually be quite good because obviously it's a lot faster. So you'd be getting even more points per hour. So it might be something I look into in the future if it's something I want to do. Obviously, the only 2 collection log slots I have left are the Tome of Fire and the Pet. Strangely not pulled the Tome of Fire. I know that both Gumption and Sash have. I think Sash has pulled 3 now. So yeah, I'm a little bit behind on the tomes, but I will get there eventually. But yeah, this is just 182 rewards. It's nothing great, unfortunately. A lot of resources, obviously me being higher stats now, I am getting the higher tier fish, the higher tier logs, and the higher tier seeds. So I'm not going to complain about those. But unfortunately, as you're going to see, there is no new collection log slots for me. I would feel quite disheartened at this point to get the pet and still be chasing just the tome. But, I'm going to keep doing this because it's just another thing to finish off. It's a very easy thing. It's getting resources at the end of the day, so I'm not going to complain about those. And it's something that is very low effort for me to be able to AFK as well. So, yeah. But for now, that's going to be it for this episode. Until next time.